This is Severe MMA, and in order to preview BAMMA 25 coming next week, May 14th in Birmingham, I thought who better to chat with than the former world BAMMA lightweight champion, Rob Sinclair. And we were talking off camera. It's a pretty decent card of MMA for the UK. What do you think of the card?
It's good. I'm going. There's going to be some good fights on it, and I don't know who to pick out of all of them, to be honest. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Let's look at a couple of fights. The first one, it was your title. He's Stapes is wearing the title that you used to wear. He's got Damien Lapalus. Yeah. How do you see? A good fight, a worthy challenger. Do you think this is going to?
I think so. I think he's in for a tough fight, Stapes. But he's tough. Is Martin. He doesn't shy away. He never shies away. I think he'll ground out a decision, but Lapalus is he called Lapalus?
Yeah.
He's very, very good, in my opinion, and he's going to cause him some problems, but I think Stapes might just grind it out. I can't see him stopping Stapes because he's tough, but I don't think Stapes will stop him. I just think he'll grind his decision out. That's my honest opinion.
Yeah, so Lapalus comes in after a big win over Jack McGann, and people didn't expect that. But the sort of the level of competition that the two of them has faced, does that make any difference?
Well, I mean, he's fought Joe Duffy, and to go 3 rounds with Joe Duffy, you've got to be good because he's and I know he held his own, and then he beat Jack McGann, and he could build confidence off that. And Stapes is confident, and he's going to be confident. It's going to be a good fight, and I think Stapes will keep it just.
We'll look at another lightweight. I'm going to look at another lightweight fight on there because it's the one that sort of is making the rounds on social media. People are talking about this. Kane Musa, Mark Diakese, for the Lonsdale version of the title that you wore. A good fight. I've heard lots of people are excited about it. Is that just because they're talking shit?
That always helps, doesn't it? You know what I mean? Kane's talked a lot of shit. It's been entertaining. It always is.
Good.
And Diakese kept his mouth shut a little bit, but I think he's got a bit upset and he started coming back at him a bit. But it's gone quiet, I think.
A little bit.
It's gone a bit quiet, so I think the reality is kicking in from both of them that it's going to happen. Who's going to win? That's what you're going to ask me, aren't you?
Well, I'm going to make I think I love both guys.
Yeah.
Both guys have been brilliant with their time, but I think Mark is a little too athletic, a little too technical.
I think he's a lot more athletic, but I have sparred with Kane, and he has got some power, and Diakese has gone down off a Jack McGann knee against the fence, so there's not much power in it. Draw.
Oh man, it's Switzerland's you should get.
I like Kane. I don't know Diakese. I like Kane. So
I think Kane is going to be very dangerous for the first 3 minutes of the fight.
And really,
that's the first 3 minutes of the first round.
Yeah,
he could put his stamp on it.
Well, I mean, Kane's never. I suppose he's never been pushed. And you back a dog into a corner, it's going to start biting, and you might see the best of him if he gets pushed back.
Yeah.
But Diakese, he ground out a decision.
Jack McGann. Yeah. But that was he got hit and decided, well, I might not win that exchange. I'll win it the other way.
Yeah. So we've all got a weakness, we've all got strengths, and who knows? Who knows?
There's a sleeper fight on the card. We're jumping all over the place, but let's go down to the prelims. And I know it's a fighter quite with Tony Morgan and Jai Herbert.
Oh, Morgan.
Well, this is a great fight. For the MMA fan, for the UK fan, these are two prospects who are absolutely on fire.
Yeah.
You obviously you got to be with Tony on this one.
Always. You know what? With Morgan he's very, very good. He's very good at stand-up. You know what I mean? And I seen something, I think he might have did an interview with you or something like that where he said he had the best jab in MMA, and that's probably true. Do you know what I mean? He's got a reach like John Jones, and he uses it so well. He's come down in weight, so he's a bit more athletic, a bit more nimble. And I haven't seen Jai fight. I know he beat James Duckett, who's fucking phenomenal, really.
Well, we've seen a lot of Jai's fight, and we are excited about this one. You got two very different strikers. Tony seems to be a little more unorthodox, throws from places you wouldn't expect. With Jai, very technical, really crisp Muay Thai striking. This is a great fight.
Yeah. I'm always going to go with Tony because
Of
I've seen
course.
what he does. Nothing against Jai, you know what I mean? It's just I've not seen much on him, and you know what? Gav's a technician.
See, as I'm standing next to a teammate, can I pull the Switzerland route here now? Go and then and go draw.
No, we're not doing a draw.
You know,
Gav's a master technician.
this is a really exciting fight, and to pick, I'm picking.
Who are you picking?
It's not that I don't want to say it. It's honestly, this is one of those fights that I would look at. If I was betting, I'd look at the odds to see who the underdog was, and I'd probably go that way.
Yeah.
If Tony was considered the underdog, in the betting odds, I'd go Tony over Jai. Jai, because this is one of the most evenly matched, on paper, beautiful fights.
They're both tall, they're rangy, and they both got good stand-up. I don't know what Jai's like on the ground. I know what Tony is, but I'm not going to say because. But I mean, I can only go off what I've seen with Moggy and what he's done to me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Not many people do that. They really don't, honestly. And he's good. He's very good.
Super exciting fight.
I'm looking forward to it. It's
we keep going and going. Let's look at the heavyweights. I know, a division that's close to your heart recently. I've been told, perhaps. Sorry, go on. You got Godbeard facing Stuart Austin. Austin's on a bit of a tear. He's won some fights he wasn't expected to win. Walked through, and I hate using that for experience, but walked through Aspinall, who was on a massive tear.
That shocked me.
But Godbeard, has kind of, I've been retired. I'm out. Do you think his head's there? Is this Godbeard's kind of re-arrival, as it were?
Well, I think he's going to have been training and stuff like that, and I think that Austin. I bet he could drop weight, to be honest. He doesn't look like a big heavyweight, and Godbeard's a big heavyweight, and I noticed that Tom was a lot bigger than, Austin, and he dealt with it. So you can't take nothing away from him, but I've just got a feeling that Godbeard's going to be a bit too big, really. That's my honest opinion.
I'm going against the former. I think that the difference will be the ground game of Austin, and I think I think his submission game is pretty slick for a heavyweight. I mean, Aspinall's is good.
Well, to be honest, you're going to know more than me because you're in it all the time. But I'm only going off what I've seen recently. No, I've seen Sean Austin against Aspinall, and that shocked me. It really did shock me. Fair play to him.
I think Stuart Austin will rise in this one.
Yeah, maybe. I just think Godbeard's massive, innit? And and you don't want to take a shot off the dude. And,
no, one punch.
And he's got decent stand-up as Godbeard. It's a bit crazy, but it works, doesn't it? So, bloody hell.
Sorry, Mark. I'm gonna take Austin, but if it's anything other than a sub, so if it's a decision or a knockout or TKO, it will be Godbeard's win.
Yeah, it's a crazy card, isn't it? Because there's no clear cut, which is great, isn't it? You know what I mean?
We haven't even, I haven't even asked you. We skipped the main event, which Shea Walsh and Tom Duquesnoy. Duquesnoy again on a huge tear after beating Loughlin, moving down to 130. Well, you and I both know what we feel about that.
Well, it was.
But you can't take anything away from his debut at bantamweight against Damian Rooney. Damian Rooney, an old guard. Everybody thought that this was going to be a real, a hard fight for Tom, who walked in there and had his way with him.
Yeah, I didn't see that fight, so I can't.
It was a striking display. He showed his powers come down with him. Shea Walsh is a huge 135er. He's a consummate professional as well. Do you like anybody in this?
Well, I mean, I've seen bits of Duquesnoy. He seems tough as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're all tough. I mean, Shea's really tough. I've seen him fight with a broken jaw and didn't quit against Andrew Fisher. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? That guy, he's tough. But bloody hell, what are you doing?
I know.
I think maybe just go with Shea, grinding him out. Maybe because he's one of them, is Shea. He'll grind you out, and he's been over in Thailand, so he's been living and breathing it.
Yeah, Tiger and Thai as well.
Yeah, he's been living and breathing it, and he's fought bantamweight a few times, and so he's probably comfortable with a weight cut. And I know he had his way with Damian Rooney, and he's fought 135 before, but has he thought 135 being grinded out? You know, I don't know. So I know Shea's really tough, so I'm going to go with Shea.
Yeah, it's not going to be. We need to put a pint on it on the overall card again, because I do always lose, but this time I think I've got it.
I'm going to be pissed off your It's going to be about 8 beer. I need about 3 now.
I've recognized Ducam's been a talent. I never really thought of him as a kind of finisher killer, but after the Rooney performance, I think this is. I know he signed a contract, but I think if he does do what very few have done and get the two belts, this is his swan song. It'll be the big award.
Fair play to him if he does.
But
maybe don't see it.
I have a colleague who also agrees with the grind, that Shea Walsh is, if anybody can bring that to Ducamp, it's Shea Walsh.
He does, because he'll take a shot to land a shot, and he'll get stuck in, and he won't shy away from the grind.
How can featherweight fight?
Who?
Graham Turner from the Dinky Ninjas higher level, fighting Ronnie Mann.
What was that one on?
That one, well, we haven't heard it's off yet. That's
gone under the radar then.
That's a massive good fight, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, it is, yeah.
I figure that puts a lot of pressure on the Scots, though. Because you got Craig, who's their light heavyweight champion. He's fighting Chris Fields in June.
Yeah.
You want Bungard. You got Bungard. Chris Bungard is on this card. There's one other Scottish guy coming down with Graham Turner. You figure if the three of them all have big wins, well, Bama's next stop is going to be Scotland.
Yeah.
It's a great fight, though.
Yeah,
I keep saying that, though.
I'm going to go run it. I think I've seen him fight a few times, and he's crisp and he's good and he's clever and he's been at the highest level and he's got good ground as well. I don't know if Graham Turner has or not, but
I'm gonna shout out Sean behind the camera now, because Sean's actually, when we went down to the higher level Dinky Ninjas for a couple of days and looked around, Sean was watching Graham on the pads, said he ain't ever seen anybody hit pads like that. It's monstrous. Isn't that massive?
Good. Do you know what I mean? You've been working at it. I don't know. I just think Ronnie's too clever, and I'm not saying Graham's thick.
I know what you mean.
Do you know what I mean? You got different. Fight IQ is different. Man, you're putting it on me today, aren't you?
Yeah, go on.
Right, go on, Ronnie. I'm going Ronnie.
Decision? Is he going to
decision.
Stoppage?
No decision.
Okay. I'm
just through ground. I think maybe dominating the ground a bit.
I think Turner's going to get the decision myself. I think it's going to be a wrestler versus striker a little bit. It could be. It's going to be the pints on the Sinclair. Look, we're going to offend people because there's so many other great fights on the card. But you've looked up and down. What's the one you're really looking forward to as a fan?
Steps.
Yeah,
I'm looking for Steps because I want him to do well. I like the kid. You know what I mean? He's dedicated. He's probably the most dedicated guy, and I hope he does well. He's helped me a few times. He came down to help corner, and when I fought Andre, you know what I mean, he was in the back. And I've watched the when they announced the decision. It was happy for me, genuinely. Even though he's in the same weight category, so I hope he wins. That's what I'm looking forward to, and obviously Kane and Diakese, because it's the smack.
Awesome. Look, we're going to let you go so you can get back to your team. C4, thank you so much for your time. BAMMA 25, next week, Saturday, the NIA in Birmingham, probably the best night of UK MMA in the last 3 or 4 years. You need to be there.